Hello everybody, this is Katara Wilson, and today I am going to be giving you a review of the Montel Williams Health Master Blender. And let me be honest right out the gate, this is not going to be a positive review for this product, unfortunately. What you see here is a brand new unit that I just received today, August 19th, 2010. It is my third unit in less than a year. So let me go ahead and jump right into it and explain to you what has been going on with this product. So in October of 2009, so less than a year ago, we purchased the Health Master and we purchased a refurbished unit. Now there is absolutely nothing wrong with purchasing refurbished units. People buy previously owned cars and previously owned appliances and items all the time, and pretty much the idea of a refurbished unit most of the times it's something that was returned because the person changed their mind, didn't want it. Sometimes it's because it's not working and they've gone ahead, fixed it up, given it a stamp of approval, it's good and ready to go, right? So we went ahead and decided we'd get a refurbished unit, save us some money, and we'd go ahead and give it a try. Now, we received the refurbished unit in October of 2009, again, less than a year ago. Was working fine, everything was going well, had no problems with it. It was a step above the basic blender that I picked up at Big Lots for 20 bucks, so we were happy. Now, in February of 2010, the unit just stopped working, would not run, wouldn't come on, kept hitting the reset button back here, nothing was happening. So on February 15th, I called customer service and told them, hey, we need a replacement because these units come with a lifetime replacement warranty if anything ever happens to it and you cannot get it to work. Now mind you, when I called, the customer service rep walked me through the steps of holding the reset button, and I had already done all of that and it just was not working. Luckily, I kept the $20 blender as a backup because we do use our blenders daily. So we walked through the steps, didn't work. So on February 15th, she said, okay, what I'll do is I'll send you out a return label. They pay for the shipping to return the unit. Once you get the label, send us the defective unit back, and when we receive that back, we'll send you the replacement unit. I said, okay, no problem. On March 3rd of 2010, still had not received the label. The first time I called, they said they were going to send it by mail. By March 3rd, hadn't received it. So I called back, hey, don't have my return label yet, would like to go ahead and get this blender swapped out. Okay, we'll go ahead and send it via email. Okay, no problem. Same setup as before. Get the label, send the defective unit back. When we get it, we'll send you a new unit. No problem. March 11th, I still had not received anything in the mail or by email as far as the return label. So I called back and I said, hey, you know what? We have a defective unit. We really need to get this label so that we can get this taken care of. The rep at the time was kind enough to say, well, you know what? Because you have had to call in a few times already and to compensate you for your inconvenience, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and send you out the replacement unit and we'll send you out the return shipping label. Go ahead and put the unit, the defective unit, in the box that you receive the new unit in, send it back to us within 30 days of receiving the new unit, no problem. I said, okay, fine. That worked out well. So again, that was in March. So here we are into the summer. Now the dates that I have don't match when the problems with this second unit began. They probably started right around June or July. And what it was, let me show you what was happening, is whenever we would run the unit, put liquid in, whether it was water or juice to do smoothies, or didn't matter what it was, or even just putting water in and putting some dish detergent in it to let it get kind of soapy and sit before we can clean it out. Didn't realize that it was leaking, but what was happening was that whenever we would go to use it, every time that would spin, so here we've got the blade on the inside, and underneath the bottom here is the little spoke that connects the blade, and this is what turns it. Well, I was noticing that every time we used the blender, that there was this icky brown stuff that was forming on the side of this clear base here on the inside. Whatever it was spitting out as the blades were turning and turning and turning underneath here. As the spoke was turning, this stuff was spewing out and splattering onto the sides of the base. Gross. So, didn't know what was going on, and finally determined this thing is leaking. And initially what it was doing was the oil that's inside of the spokes to help it spin around and keep it fluid and lubricated, that was coming out in the liquid that was leaking and seeping through. And that's what was spinning and spewing onto the base. But over time, as the liquid, or the oil I guess, kind of started to run out, the unit started to rust. And so now we've got little remnants of oil left over with bits of rust coming out. And this piece here, which is what attaches the unit, the base, or can't think of the word here, the container to the base, this is starting to rust too, because every time you plop this thing on and there's liquid in it, this liquid is dripping down. It's also dripping down into here. So not only is this rusting, but this is rusting as well. So it got to the point where I was like, okay, enough is enough. And because there's a lifetime replacement warranty, I called again, August 10th. Called and said, hey, we've got a problem with the unit. It's working fine, but it's leaking and it's rusting. We need a replacement. Now, I have to be honest, the rep that I spoke with this time around, she was not as kind as some of the other reps that I had dealt with before. And she wanted to give me the same spiel of, we'll send you the label, you send the defective unit back, and we'll go ahead and send you out a unit when we get that back. At this point, I'm thinking, this is the second time I've had to do this. That's not acceptable. You need to go ahead and send me a replacement unit along with the label, and I'll go ahead and do the same thing. I'll ship it back in the same box, and everything will be copacetic. She didn't want to do that. So she kind of argued with me and told me that that wasn't anything she could do, and I told her, well, that's fine. I'd like to speak with the supervisor. So she very curtly, that's no problem, ma'am. We'll just go ahead and send you out the label in the unit. So she wasn't nice, but she did what I needed her to do. So today, August 19th, 2010, I received the second replacement unit, which makes it my third unit in less than a year. And so this is the brand spanking new unit that we got. And I've already boxed up the old unit and put it in here. And this is the free shipping label that they sent back. I just have our return address on here, the little sticker with our return address. But this is the return label that they gave to us. So tomorrow I will be taking it to the local postage annex and getting a return receipt, because that was something key that I did before. Even though they paid for postage, I needed confirmation that this thing was delivered, because I didn't want any problems with them saying they never got it. So I will be doing the same thing tomorrow. In conclusion, I do not recommend the Montel Williams Healthmaster, unfortunately. Great concept to rival with the industry leaders, Vitamix and Blendtec, but unfortunately, because of the craftsmanship and the poor quality of it, it is not anything that I would recommend making an investment in. The infomercials look fabulous, I know, and they even sell this unit in Target, but I have told anyone who is in the market for a quality blender, do not get this blender. The only reason I continue to get the replacements is because I want my dream blender, Blendtec. But until we decide that we are ready to make that investment, if this keeps going out and flaking out, I will just continue to have them send me replacements, because they are free. And it is a little time consuming, but it's better than not having anything at all. When it works, it does work well. I will give it that. But I do not trust it to be a quality unit that will last you an extended period of time. So I recommend, if you're in the market for a high quality blender, to check out blendtec.com or vitamix.com. Those will be your best bets. I hope this information has been helpful to you. If it has been, please feel free to share with others who might be in the market and considering this unit. Don't do it.